Most killers are born bad, but this man was different. His soul-crushing job pushed him into becoming a murderer. Hans was a kind man, the type who wouldn't even hurt a snail. But once he committed his first killing, he found himself unable to stop. His methods became not only efficient, but disturbingly skilled. Even disposing of bodies came naturally. He would grind flesh and bone into fine particles and dump them into a lake, leaving no trace, not even God could find. What's more chilling is that Hans believed each murder was an act of kindness. Just a few months earlier, he had been a successful city lawyer. Even though his clients were ruthless criminals, he defended them with everything he had. For him, money was all-powerful. With his silver tongue, Hans once managed to get a convicted robber released after just 2 hours in court, with nothing more than a $200 fine. But Hans hated his job. His boss was a local mob boss whose operations spanned every gray area imaginable. Because of the sheer volume of shady business, he needed a top lawyer to protect his men from prosecution and keep law enforcement at bay. Though the work made Hans rich, it cost him his family life. He couldn't even show up for his daughter's birthday. As his marriage began to collapse, Hans decided to change. He joined a mindfulness retreat, a practice similar to yoga. The master there told him that by reaching a certain level of awareness, he could balance work and life. Amazingly, it worked. After separating from his wife, Hans stopped being the angry man he once was. He visited his wife and daughter regularly, and their strained relationship surprisingly became peaceful. But one weekend, a phone call shattered that peace. Hans had planned a countryside getaway with his daughter when his phone rang. It was his boss, Remo. Hans considered ignoring it, but the villa they were heading to belonged to Remo. He reluctantly answered. Remo asked him to bring ice cream. Hans knew this was code for an emergency. He had no choice but to take his daughter back to the office, leave her with an intern, and head down to the hidden basement to meet his boss. Forcing himself into work mode, Hans was still shaken when he heard the news. The situation seemed simple. Remo had killed someone. Normally, without surveillance, Hans could make it disappear, but this time, the victim was the second in command of a rival gang. According to the underworld's code, this could spark a gang war. What made it worse was that a tour bus had passed by at the time of the murder. Passengers recorded the entire killing on their phones and uploaded it online.